maybe not. Those are some of my absolute favorites. Ones that I don't, it's hard to say ones that I don't like. I never went in and went, man, I hate this. This sucks. I never want to play this character again. I don't think there are any characters that I don't like. Yeah, you remember the ones that are great, and then I don't dislike any of them. So, back to this side in front. Yes. It's really like comparing apples and oranges. You know, they're both related things, but they taste totally different. So you like them for different reasons, yeah? I don't ADR direct anymore because I moved to Spain and kind of got out of the loop of things. And I do really miss it. I miss that a lot. But the jobs are very different. They're different. Oh, how did I become an ADR director? I had been at Funimation for about a year, maybe less, actually. No, maybe a year and a half, I don't know. And I really wanted to do more, to be more involved, because I just liked being there at the studio and all the people that I could work with. And I wondered if I could maybe direct, because I directed plays and things in college, and I knew how to communicate with actors, but I didn't know how do you become an ADR director? I didn't know. So I talked to my friend, the one who gave me the tour of the studio, and he said, well, you just need to go talk to Justin, the head producer, and let him know that you're interested and just see what he says. But I was really nervous about that because I'm still pretty new, and Justin is the most laid-back, cool guy ever. But I didn't know that at the time. I was still kind of scared of him. Justin Cook, by the way, he's like, Yusuke Urameshi, yeah. Yeah. So then one day, Vic was up and we had lunch, and I was telling him how I was thinking about directing, but everything I just told you, too afraid to go talk to Justin, blah, blah, blah. So we're sitting in the break room, and Justin happens to walk by, and he goes, hey, Vic, how are you doing? And Vic's like, I'm great. Hey, have you got a minute? And Justin goes, for you, Vic, anything. Come on back. So he walks back to his office, and Vic goes, okay, go talk to Justin. It's like, what? Excuse me. He's like, go. So he shoves me in there. So I kind of hold him responsible, I suppose. I may not have gotten around to having that conversation. So I went in there and I told him that I was interested and what do I need to do? And he goes, yeah, you can do it. I'm like, that's all? He's like, yeah. On your own time, you need to come and train with the other directors, which meant sitting and not being paid while I watched them do their job. Yeah, but I had just gotten out of college and didn't really have much of anything else to do, so it worked out well. And I would sit with them and learn what it's like to be on the opposite side of things. And the important thing is when I started actually working and getting paid to direct, I didn't get my own show immediately. It took a long time for that. Instead, I did sub-directing, like a director comes to a convention or gets sick. Well, work doesn't stop. It has to keep going. So someone needs to come in and do their job for them and make it look like they were never missing. Each director has their own style, so being a sub-director is actually harder work. I need to direct the way Colleen does, the way Mike McFarlane does, the way whoever I'm filling in for. So I did that for about a year before I finally got my first contract to work on was Case Closed, of all things. I did, I think, 5 episodes of that, and more filling in, and finally, in 2007, I directed Suzuka, which is a really fun sports romance show. And from there, it went on to One Piece, and Oran, and, and Lion Barrels of Iron. Thank you, that's like the last one I did. Right here. Yeah. If I could be anyone else in Gunslinger besides Triella? Ooh. Nobody. She's the best. She's my favorite. Seriously. That's who I wanted when I auditioned. Hey, Triella's right there. Stand up, Triella. You look fantastic. Where's your gun? Oh, you have a bear. Okay, that's better. Yeah, Triella's the character when I look looked at the character designs and the little descriptions at the audition. I went, I want to be her, the one with the Sailor Moon pigtails. And then that's the part I got. So she's the best one in my opinion. Right here. Yeah, that's what I would have guessed. If I did what now? I can't see it. Shadow Queen. Interesting. That's a little Haruhi Kyoya action going on. I like it. I like it a lot. He's so hot. Okay. Sorry. I'm in love with the cartoon character. Even the red tie. Sure. Has any other actor, like when I'm directing, or director when I'm acting, made me mad? All the time. It's part of the job. It can be really frustrating when you think that you're doing the right thing and you're trying really hard to do whatever this complicated thing is, and the way the director is communicating is just not registering. So it can be, they need you to do something and you think you're doing what it is they're asking of you, and you're just not, and that can get really tough. And as far as frustration with actors, only when they're just not like paying attention. That's really irritating. They take breaks that are too long or take phone calls while you're in the booth. But the way I deal with that is then I just won't hire them again. So, yeah. Don't do that. Okay. Horsehead. Yeah. I got into it by auditioning. That's all. Just went and auditioned, and they said, you're Miria. I said, great. And the directing part, I think I only helped on a couple of episodes. Same situation. Like, once you're already a director, a director may go, can you fill in for me because I'm sick? Or so even though I had my own show, I could also help out on that one. And I think the reason I got asked was because there was some dialect work going on the episodes that I helped on. There's like some French accent and some Russian stuff. And he's like, you know dialects, direct. And I said, okay. What a cool show. Baccano is a great show. It's one of my favorites to be part of. Hooray! Incredible! Farther back, you just waved and you've got paint on your face. Okay. Hi. So which do I prefer, the original Alchemist or Brotherhood? I don't really have a preference because to me it's all one big story. While the ending is different for the first half, for me nothing really about the event changes who my character is. For some other people, it changes for them a little bit, but I think for Winry, she stays the same. And it was just really awesome to get to play her again. Because most shows nowadays, they're making them shorter and shorter. So even if you get to be a lead in a show, if it's only 13 episodes, that means I'm going to record 2 or 3 sessions and I'm done. And I never play that character again. But I've played Winry since 2004. For almost as long as I've been a voice actress, yeah? So just to get to keep playing her is really wonderful. I know her, we're like friends. So I don't really have a preference. I will say something that's awesome about Brotherhood, just the fact that it's only another 10 or 11 episodes longer than the original series, but so much more time passes, so you get to see the growth of a lot more of the characters, and that's a nice payoff for the fans who've been sticking around for such a long time. So I loved things like watching Edward actually grow. And I don't mean that as a dig on his shortness. I mean, like, that's cool because I know Winry and I know what it would feel like for her to watch, her childhood friend grow like that, and that scene where she notices that his shoulders are wider and all of that. It's like, yes! It's good. So good. Right here in the black jacket. evil by moonlight, winning love by daylight. Yeah, Sailor Moon, absolutely, absolutely, my gateway drug. As far as watching anime and knowing that that's what it was, I used to watch it all the time when I was a kid because I just watched cartoons, whatever I could find. So I didn't know that Speed Racer was any different from anything else, or what else did I watch, like Battle of the Planets and Voltron, all that stuff. Yeah, I didn't know that it was anime, I just thought it was a cartoon. And then in high school, I had a friend that was really into Sailor Moon, and at the time, the internet was new. If that lets you know how old I am. The internet was new, and this idea of taking like artwork and things from Japan and scanning it and putting it on the internet, now that's like, well, duh. But then it was just this whole new world of art and wonderful things, and she'd come to school with stuff that she printed from the art books of Sailor Moon, and I fell in love with it. And then they were showing it on Toonami, and I'd watch it with my mom, actually. I'd come home from school every day, and my mom, by the time she got home from work, it was time for Sailor Moon. So we'd watch Sailor Moon. Yeah, they should. That would be awesome. It really would. Right here in the beanie. Oh. Okay. How did I become Hannah? She's asking in Black Butler too, because she's really dark. You know, I relied a lot on the director, and that's what most voice actors will probably tell you, because we don't know anything going into a show. We're like, okay, there's this kid, and there's this butler, and what? All right. And because we could, if we wanted to do our own research, go and read about all the episodes and watch them all, but most of us have other jobs and don't have time to do that. So you rely on the director to tell you everything. Yeah, here's your motivation, here's what's going on, here's your history, that kind of stuff. And what's really cool about this medium of voice acting, dubbing specifically, is that the art is already there. So you can really get a lot emotionally just from looking at the stuff. And what does she look like right now? What's happening? And the music, too. All of that just kind of gives you the emotions that you need. I don't really know how to explain it any more in depth than that. The director Ian said, "Here's her story," and I went, "Wow, okay, let's do this." And that's what happened. Okay, I'm supposed to go over here, but I meant to pick her in the beanie, and so we got here. That's okay, so I want to make sure she gets to ask her question. Yes. Perhaps. Glow stick lollipops. What's the world coming to? Okay. Orange. I like orange. Orange. Does anyone say orange? Anyone? I guess a lot of you do. Cool. Team Edward Elric. Hooray! It's got an alien on it. This is cool. Thank you. I have a glow. I'm going to take it to the rave or something. All right. Hooray! Okay, over here with the red wig. Yeah, she asked, it is a she, I can't see because of the hair. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, but you guys cross-dressed. What am I supposed to know? Okay.